Hey everyone, this is Corey from Casual ADC, and today we're going to be taking a look at this little guy. This is the Kershaw Atmos. This here is a Dmitry Sinkovich design. It is a liner lock with G10 handles. You have an 8CR13 MOV blade with a blade length of 3 inches and overall length of 6.9 inches. The blade stock is pretty thin at 0.1 inches. Your handle thickness is going to come in at 0.43 inches. You have an overall 4-inch handle with ambidextrous tip up carry. It's got a hollow grind on it, and this is my own edge put on it. You're not going to get that edge from Kershaw. And this guy's coming in very light at 2 ounces. Sorry for the pause there. I'm just looking over at my sheet. As you can see, this isn't the normal setup. I'm not home today, so I figured I'd get this filmed while I have the chance. So this guy is actually running on bearings too, which is not something you'd typically find for a Kershaw, especially one at this price. This guy comes in at $32 and change, $32 and some odd amount of cents on Blade HQ's website. For that, you are getting black G10 with these carbon fiber overlays. I don't think it's real carbon fiber. It's very slick. There's no texture to it. But it does look quite nice, especially with the black handle here. I do have a few problems with this knife. When it came from the factory, this area down here, as you can see, looks a little bit funky right here. That actually is an unsharpened portion of the blade. I'll see if I can get it to focus here. And you see how there's a flat spot right there. This all comes up to an edge, and that's flat. And the reason for that is because that jutted out way past the blade. You can see there's a slight curve there anyway. That was sticking out much further, and I actually ground that back with a stone and then proceeded to sharpen. And that didn't even bring an edge to it. I would have had to take this bevel way back. As you can see, the bevel drifted as I was sharpening, and I would have had to pull that way back. So that's kind of the problems you run into with $30 knives, even from well-known companies like Kershaw. You're going to get some little quality of life things, like having a very slight recurve at the edge of your blade down at the heel. Now for this guy, the size is great. The action is pretty good. I took this apart, I've oiled it and put some Loctite on it. I can't get the centering right on this no matter how hard I try. It's not rubbing, so it doesn't bother me too much. Lockup is a little late. It's coming in at like 50% or so, maybe a little more, 60%. But you have these plastic bearings on the inside, and it just falls shut. It's not going to drop shut like a high-end knife, and especially because it's so light. This whole thing weighs 2 ounces, so you're looking at a very light blade. And that doesn't have a whole lot going behind it to close, and the only reason that didn't fall shut was because my finger hit the flipper tab. And moving on to the flipper tab, as you can see, it's got some great jimping on the top there, as well as on the sides. So if you're a push button guy, you can do that. And if you're a light switch guy, you can do that as well. This is my own edge, like I said, the mirror edge here on this. I probably will never do this to 8CR again. Just not worth the time. It's pretty quick because it's such a soft steel, but it's going to lose that edge very quickly. The edge from Kershaw was okay. It wasn't amazing. Nothing to write home about. You do have a lanyard hole back here. It's very subtle for those who use lanyards. It's set off to the back, which I think is a perfect positioning for it. Moving on to my final thoughts and conclusion with this guy. I don't have any size comparisons with me. This is my only carry today. I've been carrying this for about a week now. On and off, and I can recommend this for $30. If you are on a tight budget and you're working with $30, $40, this is a great knife. If you really want that Sinkovich design, you're crushing on that ZT 0470. This is about as close as you're going to get without breaking the bank, because those 0470s from ZT, even used, you're looking at $200, $180. And if you can't justify that for a knife, you're going to get the same great design, just in a more compact package. And if you're all right with 8CR, it's not too much of a sacrifice to make. It's nice and light. The blade's super thin, so it slices well. This is, like I said, my own edge, so it comes in pretty thin behind the edge, but I did back this up quite a bit. So keep that in mind. Action's pretty good. Didn't require a whole lot besides adjusting the pivot tension, which this pivot is a D-shaped pivot, which is great, especially because there's no tooling on this side. A lot of budget knives are going to have free spinning pivots with no tooling on the other side. We're going to have to press really hard in order to disengage that screw. But in this case, you do not have to do that. And I apologize for the shaky camera. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this done in the car. Centering, like I said, is off on mine. It might be good on yours. Pocket clip's good to go. It's got good retention. It's nice, and the screws are, I wish they were recessed, but can't ask for much. It's nice and deep carry. Carries low. Cuts well. Overall, I would say this is a good purchase. If you only have $30 for a knife, this is a great place to go, especially if you're looking for something from a premium designer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the different video format and kind of the rushed and quick video here. It's going to be a little shorter, and there it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Every little bit helps. Thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.